My friends, welcome to Talk Casual. We're here live from the Outer Rim here at Tez's Games. To the left of me, the dancing monkey himself, Ian.
Oh wait, where's our gifts?
Where's the gifts? Put the gifts on.
Here we go.
There
I am.
And to the right, Jewel Store Champ, Trash. As always, I'm the Grandmaster of Salt himself, Ariel. Ian, what do we have on tonight's agenda?
Tonight's agenda, we've got two news articles from FFG to go over. Just some quick stuff about some new Season 4 attack run kits. Some Armada kits are there as well. And we also have just a quick go over of how we found quick build.
Yeah.
We had a quick build night tonight. So
yeah, that was a lot of fun. A lot of jank.
A
lot of
jank, a lot of stupid stuff. Filling out these cards was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we are going to get Rob. He's coming back on the stage.
Welcome, Rob.
Welcome, Rob. He's coming back on, and we are going to have him talk about some bomber builds and all the bomber fun shenanigans. Because if there's anyone who knows how the bomber works, it's Rob.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of talk about the bombers, and they're back. So.
Yeah, cool. All right, so let's quickly get into these news articles. We don't have a bit to go.
Two articles. So we got the new Season 4 X Wing attack run kit. Basically, it is a the first 2.0 full kit for X Wing. So this kit now is basically run differently compared to your other kits. Basically, each month you'll have an actual event to run. So the first month you'll run this event, and you'll get the blacks. Everyone gets a crack shot. I think the elite prizes are the Black Squadron Ace.
Yeah, there's only a few of those. There's a stack load of those crack shots.
Yeah. Second month,
more crack shots.
Yeah, just what we need.
Second month you get the Dead Man Switch.
Haven't seen anyone use that yet.
And the elite prizes is Death Rain. And then the last month you'll get munitions failsafe. Wow.
Does anyone use that card?
I
used it tonight in the quick build.
I did a quick build too. So.
Maybe when we're doing quick builds we'll use it. Yeah.
And then we get a
Scourge though, that's nice.
That's not too
Scourge
bad.
is good. It's good to get Scourge.
And then we get a special event of basically a Hell Runner card. So basically the organizer can choose an event to challenge, and basically the Hell Runner card will be. I'm not quite sure how many cards are in that kit for Hell Runner, but
special Alta Imperial Ace.
Can our special event be No Dancing Monkey?
It's a Hell Runner card. I'll do that. So if I don't show up, I get it.
So yeah, so FFG, of course, in their great fashion and sense, they decided to message us say, well, as you might aware, they're a bit delayed. No shit. It's December, and it's coming the end of December. That's the start of the season, guys. Wake up. So they messaged us saying, sorry for the delay, and there will be a new format coming up in the next year. So in the next couple of weeks, we'll find out how much more delayed stuff is going to happen.
Maybe June, July, we might get this stuff, I reckon.
Yeah.
So when you say new format, what? New tournament rule structure, or just new season format?
New season format.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure.
Hopefully that's a bit better, because I don't like the season format we got now. It's all over the place. It's just, it's confusing.
I don't know. I don't know what FFG does. I think they just decide to spin a wheel, and if it lands on black, red or something like that, they decide to do some work.
Luke, one thing I'll say about these kits, just a bit disappointed, nothing acrylic in them.
No.
I don't know, to me, seems cheap. You show up, you get an Altar card.
I understand they're probably trying to extend that one kit compared to, say, a store and getting just one, like 4 or 5 kits of the same kit.
Yeah, I get that. I don't know.
I don't know. We'll see how much the cost is, and depending on how much owners want to spend.
I just hope there's more than just one Hell Runner card. So
time will tell when we find out what we've got in these kits. So
cool. Next one we got
Armada!
Armada news.
It's not dead.
It's not dead.
It's still dead.
No.
When was the last release?
Almost a year ago. Shush. All right. Shush. All right. So we got Armada. Let's have a look. So we got the Season 4 kit for Armada.
It's a trap. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a trap. First kit they bring out for a while. It's a trap. Yeah, I think Trash might be right. Dead Gang will trap you with this last kit. Yeah.
Oh no, that's just shocking.
Oh god.
Shocking effort.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, you're pulling.
God,
that's a bigger stretch than some of your Armada news you've had in the past.
Hey, it's reliable, all right? I'm one credible source of Armada news here on Fly Casual.
Yes, actually he is. He is.
Yeah, because he makes news up when he sees a picture.
Damn
He
right.
does. He does.
That's why.
I like
So
to
he's
make
just like every other news organisation.
That's it.
They just
That's
make it up.
That's it.
They just make it up.
So I'm credible.
I
All
know.
right.
It's,
So what do we got on this kit?
so we get some alt art cards. We get finally some acrylic redirect tokens.
The black one. So
black
we
ones,
finished the set
they're
now.
the same ones. So
Yeah.
we finished the set, which is good. I'm hanging out for these. We get some booster comms, alt art, slave tyrants.
So they're double-sided. So
Oh, they double sided.
Yeah,
They are.
so
So it's
they're not-
booster comms and slave.
correct,
Oh, that's a bit disappointing.
correct, and they're not alt cards. They're extended
cards.
And then of course your favorite, you get the bigger version of
Booster
Yavaris
Yavaris.
and Suppressor. So
They're the same, are they?
they're the big ones, yeah.
Yeah, the
So they're
big ones.
double-sided as well.
Oh
too.
yeah, I hate the big ones.
So, and then
Double sided. That feels like a cop out.
that's what you get from
So,
FFG.
dual copy. Man, I didn't even read that. Yeah, everything's double sided.
Yep.
Because let's not make double the amount
Because
of cards.
it's a dead game and we don't want to print too much because it's costing us money for a dead game.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I know, you sell the product, you know. So kit coming out. Basically, the most exciting thing about this thing, which I'm all on board
Is
for,
the redirect.
is those redirect
We
tokens.
want the redirect.
I want those redirect tokens. I haven't used booster comms for a while, so I'm a bit
And,
Booster comms
and
always
big
nice.
Yavaris, you're just like, what? I don't have the space. Go away.
yeah. Big Yavaris. I hate big cards. I hate the big cards in X Wing. It's just I still hate them. But
But it is good to actually get some news.
it is good to get something new for Armada though. So
Yeah.
it is nice.
And actually, the season kits that are almost like a month late. So with the news. So yeah.
Yeah. So that's
FFG,
that.
keep up with it. Keep up the good work. Let's see if we can go a bit harder on 2019.
Yeah, cool. Alrighty. So now we've gotten that out the way, we can get Rob on. So
Woohoo!
just by a
Welcome,
second-
Rob. Let's
that-
get him
he's
on.
not there
Hey!
yet. I gotta push buttons first.
Push buttons. Push on the dancing monkey.
There he is.
you go.
Hey,
he's here.
Robert!
I don't think they can hear him yet.
As we sit here and ponder the greater things of life, what could the greater things of life be, gentlemen? Could it be the pursuit of life, liberty, and happiness, or could it just be spending money on Christmas presents for me?
Spending money on
Money.
Christmas presents, isn't it?
The ladder. The ladder.
We go with the ladder.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think we missed the more important part: Christmas presents for me.
Yes. Bombers all the way.
What's Santa leaving you under the Christmas tree, mate?
I truly do not know what Santa Claus is bringing me for Christmas. I have my hopes and my dreams, like conversion kits. I would like conversion kits for Christmas. I would like the new blister packs for Christmas. I would love an airbrush for Christmas. Let's see. I would like a Model 301 Savage shotgun. That would be nice for Christmas.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind one of those. Yeah, but I don't like my chances.
And you know what else I would like for Christmas? Cluster mines. I would really like some cluster mines.
You had to say it, didn't you?
Yeah.
I had hopes. I had dreams, gentlemen. I had pleasant dreams, thinking, oh, when they bring back the resistance bombers, they're going to give me back my cluster mines because, a day without cluster mines is a day without sunshine. But no, I did not get them back. A sad state of affairs from FFG yet again, But they did make me a little bit happier with the bombers that they did give me. Have you guys had a chance to look at any of them yet?
I have spent an extensive amount of time looking at them and playing with all types of lists with them, so I'm looking forward to getting them on the table.
Don't look at resistance, Jank.
You're not allowed to look at that stuff, Mars. Go away. Put your head in a corner. So, I'm curious, Ash, what bomber caught your fancy the most?
I like the pleb, just for its versatility and point cost. But then, of course, I also like the new named Bob still.
Finch Dallow.
Finch Dallow, I think, still has some really good combos there that would work really well. So Yeah, probably.
Well,
Finch will be the first one, I think.
he's always Bob.
Yeah.
He's always going to be Bob. That ship is always going to be Bob. And when Ryan Staniszewski took that to Worlds last year, it was a fantastic list, and it just did all sorts of weird things, and everybody was just completely blitzkrieged by it. And when it first started coming out, everybody was just so surprised at the powerful nature of it and everything. And it was a good list, and Ryan flew it with such brilliance with it. But
That was a brilliant list.
oh yeah, but I never really got into that style of bombing. I never got into that ship. I've always been the lowest bargain basement pilot you can get your hands on, and going from there. But now there's a change. See, we can't bomb like we used to bomb because now we have our own system space, which I think is the most stupidest, moronic thing on the face of the planet. I really do.
I thought you wouldn't like that rule because it gives so much away.
Just everything, but that's beside the point. However, there's a new pilot in town, and his name is Eden Capel. Now, if we look, this is what I love about him. After you fully execute a blue or white maneuver, if you have not dropped or launched a device this round, you may drop one device, which turns him back into a 1.0 bomber for those of us who have timing issues, like me. Once you get to a certain age, things don't go off as well as they used to, and you long for the old days. And in this case, the long days are 1.0. Who would have ever thought we'd be like dreaming about 1.0 and going, oh, wow, that was so nice to play that game back then. And yet here we are.
All that thrusters and all the other broken combos we had, VI and all the other shenanigans.
I miss 1.0 a little bit here and there.
I don't at all.
Yeah, probably because we're
Well-
old dogs. You're not as old as us in this game.
The one thing I also have looked at with this new bomber, especially with going back to the 1.0 rules, I got a ship in front of me. I come up on it. I've made my blue maneuver, and I'm just parked right in front. So of course I'm going to drop a bomb, and then I'm going to have you within one in my primary shot, which my bomber is going to give four dice attack with a bomber. Who would have ever thunk it, right? It's almost like FFG was listening to me when I begged and pleaded and sent those 475 emails, but we're not talking about that. The restraining order was nice, but that's beside the point.
So you're on like some type of watch list with them now or something, you think?
Not fly list, I think.
Don't sell him a world's ticket, anyone.
Yeah, you're selling a world's ticket? What?
So you're on the FFG banned list, are you?
I think so, but that's okay. Small price to pay for the front tour.
Infinite happiness.
Yes.
How many more
Now,
emails will it take to get your cluster mines back then and your threats?
I don't know. All my mail comes back returned to sender now. All of it. I was just thinking about showing up one day and going, "Hi, I'm here."
Right,
So,
Going on the bombers, like this is a list
Yeah.
I've been playing with Rob, and it's similar to what you've been discussing. So it's our dear friend Ed, of course, with our proton
Right.
bombs, seismic charges, trajectory, and ablative plating.
that's Eden Capper.
Yeah, and then flying alongside him is Finch Dallow, proton bombs, trajectory sim, ablative plating, but have Page Tico. So again,
Yes.
that. Do the so for those that don't know, Page is after you perform an attack, you may drop one bomb or rotate your arc.
yes.
You can trigger that with Trajectory Simulator too, can't you?
No, because you got to drop a bomb.
Drop a bomb.
Drop the bomb.
Drop.
Drop. You can't launch a bomb. You have to drop a
so
bomb.
there's that perfect world dropping bomb.
Yep. So I'll just put this in the list. So on Finch, you had
So Finch is protons, proton bombs, Page Tico, trajectory simulator, and ablative plating.
Page and bloody plating. That's in mods, isn't it? Yep. Bloody plating.
And Ed
Yep.
has proton bombs, seismic charges, trajectory simulator, and ablative plating. And there's points to play.
Trajectory simulator.
Yep.
27 points left to play with.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah.
I bought another bomber to run something like this.
Yep.
Yeah. So I like where you're going with that, especially with the seismic charges and the proton bombs. So, especially if you've got one laying a seismic charge and one dropping a proton bomb, you're going to get your bang for your buck on that one most definitely. But I would actually, I like where your list is, but on the other ship, on Fallow or on Eden, I would want to go with the proximity mine instead, especially on Eden or Eden. We call him Ed. I like Ed because then you got Bob. Okay, so we got Ed and Bob, and I would let Ed do the heavy lifting because he's going to be treated as the 1.0 bomber, whereas you're going to be able to fly in, bypass, and then drop behind with a bomb. And now you've got your other ship off to the side, drops out or launches forward, whatever is the case, the seismic charge goes off,
Was there
sets
something
off.
about the bombs still going off at a certain phase? Even if you drop them an actual bomb, you have to wait till the next turn to actually go off. I think someone was.
Yeah, you do. It doesn't matter when you drop them. Yeah. But still, hey, it's more clutter on the board.
Yes.
It still works.
It still works, and there's still 21.
At least with proximities, if it goes through it, then that's when they go off.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but can you drop proximities though with these?
Yeah.
Yes,
sorry,
you can.
No, never mind. I thought it was something different. Never mind.
Yeah.
Ignore me.
Don't listen to him.
Yeah, so put proxy.
So
and
before you
seismic
can,
charge.
before you have your movement, you've got that seismic charge over by the asteroid. That's going to go off first before movement. And then, you have this movement phase where now, your opponent has to go through that proximity mine because you've left it right in front of them.
That is dirty.
Yeah, so
That is actually dirty
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, so you just so I just put seismics on Fallow and then put the proxies on Ed, and there's still plenty of room to play.
So
Exactly.
So you got seismics and
So
protons on Fallow?
Yeah,
Seismics as well.
and protons and proxies on Ed.
Okay, protons.
No Ben 10?
No Ben 10.
No Ben 10?
Protons and proxies.
Best name.
Bombs.
Yeah, they were real original
So
naming all their bloody
21
bombers.
points, is that
Yeah.
right? 21 points to play with?
Yep.
It was the one cat, wasn't it?
Cat.
Yeah.
Ben 10.
Ben 10, cat.
So what
And then
do we do for 21 points then?
I have a 21-point bid.
No, not
Look,
points
there's
by win.
still
Okay,
like there's
well-
gunner slots and tech slots.
No,
and
not enough
Yeah,
points.
not enough points for naming. Naming's
Nah.
32 points.
There's gunner slots and
Yeah, you can still got
tech
So-
slots
text lots. Oh, yeah, there's still a lot you can do with all that, isn't there?
Yeah.
You have a lot that you're going to be able to fill with, and I would suggest, going something with a gunner or a decent sensor. If you go with something like that,
Simulator in there, but I suppose
Could
a tech.
just put like an advanced optics on.
yeah,
Optics?
yeah, just and even if you keep yourself open with even a 7 or 8 point bid. Even if you keep yourself open with a 7 or 8 point bid, so what?
Yeah,
You're dropping bombs, and you've got turrets going, and you've got this going, and you've got that going. I mean, especially with you got Page on there, you can either drop the bomb or you can rotate your turret.
Yeah. All right.
Let me think. Oh yeah, win.
What
You
was
know.
that combination we were looking at before? What was the combination where we don't have the official ruling yet. People say it doesn't work with Page and
Page and turret gunner.
Torrent Gunner. Does that work? Does
yes,
not work?
It does.
We are saying that does work. We had people say,
I think it works.
you think it works? Yeah,
it
because
works.
people said it's in the rules. I got to go back and look it up. But
It works.
I don't like it.
So what?
If
Too
you
bad.
like it.
So sad.
FFG, please fix it.
Yep.
Yeah, no. FFG, leave it alone, and just remember that
As an
you know the
Imperial
Empire
Star Force
hates.
sort of player, please fix that, please.
No, let's leave that in.
No.
Leave that in.
No.
Mars, don't make me send you a box of salt for Christmas, all right?
Do you want a box of salt? I can get a box of salt.
Yeah,
he
the
can
last
get
time I saw a box of
I
salt,
know.
is up.
You
Last
can
time I
just
saw a
put
box of
salt on the
salt,
table here.
last time I saw the box of salt, I saw you cleaning it up for 45 minutes on a video.
Still worth it. I would do it again. Still worth it.
Oh god.
Not.
God.
Yeah.
But it was one of the funniest videos I've seen, though.
Crash,
So
come on, back me up.
It was worth it.
There we go.
You know what? I'll say it was worth it just to film that video afterwards. It was worth it just to film that. That was one of the funny. That's one of the salt video. Yeah, that was one of my favorite videos I've ever edited for the channel. Just watching him try and vacuum up all that salt with a broken vacuum.
Still worth it.
oh yeah, he's using the wand attachment to do it all.
I'll do it again. So watch it.
So now,
Yeah, we're running out of points here because we got trajectory simulator on both, advanced optics on both. Let's see, we got protons, proxies, and adaptive plating on.
Patrick says drop evading plating on both and take an A-wing. No.
Nah. Nah, we're already past that point. I know we've got advanced optics, but
yeah, now there's the other choice you have going too, is just to bring one bomber and bring yourself 3 A-wings, or bring yourself, a couple of TIE fighters, or not TIE fighters. You God, bring a couple of X-wings. Okay, you could bring yourself a couple of X-wings. Flavor to taste however you want. Throw Poe on there. Why not have some fun? I think that the days of the triple bomber list are pretty much over. I think they're gone. And well, what did I say to Ian?
I think he got the call from his wife. That's why he goes on.
I think the days of the triple bomber list are over.
Yeah. I think you're right. Another list I've been looking at with the bomber is pretty much that same Finch build, Seismics, Protons, Page, Ablative, Trajectory Sim. But then wingmanned by Temin Wexley. With R4 Astro, Integrated, Heroic, and the Ferrosphere Paint. And then Zari Bangle in the A-Wing with Squad Leader Heroic. I think could be a bit of fun.
so we got Timon and we got an A-wing. Which bomb are we keeping?
Finch.
Keeping Finch.
Yeah.
Sorry, what's on Finch? You got
So same. So Seismics, Protons, Page, Ablative, and Trajectory.
Proton sizing Page. Yep, Trajectory. Cool.
Yep.
The X-wing.
Snap. So R4.
Temin Wexley.
Yep.
With R4.
Integrated. Heroic.
Integrated.
S-foils.
S4. Oh, S4. I was thinking.
Not Astromech.
Yeah, I was thinking. Yeah. Configure. That's a configure slot.
Yes.
Integrated S4s. Yep.
Heroic.
Heroic.
Ferrosphere Paint.
That is in modifications, is it?
Tech?
What's that?
Nope.
Tech, is it?
It's tech.
Now, Patrick last night was saying something about for the T-70s is to, in order to get like multiple actions per time, was to use I had BB-8, and there was some combination.
Yeah, we heard that.
I heard that. That was disgusting.
I didn't hear it.
Shame on you, Patrick.
That's not disgusting. That's well done. Let's talk about your, Empire crap.
Yeah, First Order's, I think, doing pretty well at the moment.
You guys have been sitting on top of the rat heap for a long time here since 2.0 stepped out of its evil shadows, and you've been just, oh, I'm so happy. Oh, it's such a great thing. Oh, finally. Shut up.
So
Squad leader and heroic. Sorry,
Heroic.
I didn't realise it was
Yeah.
soft apparent. Yeah, I'm not used to that squad leader. Squad leader.
Squad leader. Okay. Striker? Ted?
Striker.
So Wexley, what do we got there? After you fully execute a speed 2 to 4 maneuver, you may perform a boost. That's pretty good.
Yep.
That's pretty good. Built-in thing.
Like a striker, yeah.
Was it? You do not skip your perform action step after you partially execute a maneuver. So bump and
coordinate.
coordinate.
Huh.
That's pretty good.
Now there's one here. Let's see. Where is she? Was it Kent? Where was it?
Still waiting for our
Venny.
stuff.
Let's talk about Venny here too while we're waiting for stuff to happen. Ryan over at OCX was talking about a lot of people are getting excited about Venny, who's 67 points per copy just off of the baseline. And it says here, while you defend, if the attacker is in a friendly ship's mobile firing arc, you may add 1 focus result to your roll. I don't know how exciting that is because they were talking about flying those with the A-wings, which technically which have those, so you could have those, So if I've got 3,
you had C3PO too or something.
yeah, C3PO was out there too, but that was on the bomber itself. How many focus is too much focus? I don't think you could have enough focus when it comes to a bomber. But the sad part is always going to be I'm always going to have only the 1 defense dice.
Yeah, that's the trouble.
So I mean, you can have me. I at least I can add multiple focus to my ship, and the only time that's going to be any good is the first round of firing from the 4 ships that have me surrounded. Because I'm only going to get to use C3PO once that round. And so, and then from then on, so I might get 2 dice. Woo. And then the rest of the time, I can just, change my focus, my 1 dice. I don't know how good that's going to be. So I'm pretty sure that Ryan will test that out, and once he does, we'll know better. But
it seems like one of those things you got to really, really set up to work. So, while attacking a friendly ship.
Yeah, it sounds a lot of work. But
well, I'm never one for the handshake lists. I've never been a huge proponent of the handshake lists, where you can do this if this happens when this moon is in alignment with this planet, and it's a Tuesday afternoon after 4 p.m. and the moon is rising in the zenith, and I hate all that stuff because
swamp gas reflecting off
I hate all that. Because it confuses me. I'm simple-minded. That's why I like bombing so much. It's like drop a bomb, boom, goes off, go to the next thing. But when you have all of these handshake lists, it kind of gets crazy. It gets confusing, and I think the best way is like the Empire has to rely on those shenanigans. They can't just fly.
Yeah.
I like the idea of Venny. I just think it's going to take a lot of playing and play testing and reps on Venny to get it to really work. But I think if you can commit that time, I think it'll be worth it.
He may be, and I may be full of BS at that point. But then again, I don't care because I'm me. I like to do things a certain way, and what I think these bombers allow is every person who wants to fly a bomber, there is a palette that we have with these bombers that they've come out because we have all of these pilots now. Yeah. We don't have just 3 pilots. We don't have just 4 pilots. We have more pilots than we can shake a stick at now. So everybody who wants to really put a niche into their list, and it really is so customizable right now, that it's going to be fun for people to go, well, you know what, I do want to use my X-Wings, but you know what, I'm gonna add a bomber in for flavor, and it's going to be fun. I think it's going to bring a certain amount of fun. If we look at like Ben 10.
I'll just ask you, what do you think of this guy?
After you perform an attack, if the defender is in your mobile arc, assign the rattled condition to the defender. once again, you're getting back into the 1.0 stance of how things go. I personally hated the rattled card. I never saw the sense in it. I've never, I tried using it a few times and I was like, this thing is the most stupid thing on the face of the planet. And I never used it again. But I can guarantee you there's some guys out there that think that that's the best thing since sliced cheese and are going to town with that. And they're just, they're drooling over that right now. They're just like, oh, I can't wait to have that. So, which is great. So let's see, we got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've got 6 bombers that we can use. And of course, we've got, our bargain basement ship out there, which I think is just really cool. I mean, the Cobalt Squadron guy is back again.
How many name pilots were there in 1.0 versus 2.0?
There was only 2, wasn't it?
There was 2.
Yeah. So you get much more here in 2.0.
Yeah, so you're getting those actions, and of course now that they've beefed up, the what you're carrying on board. I mean, we've got the gunner slot now. We have tech.
It's going to be good for these things. I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I like the fact that you can deck them out different ways now. Like if you can fly a bomber without having bombs on it now.
Yeah.
Essentially,
It can be a gunship.
Exactly right. I don't know if you guys saw, but the Australian FFG buy and swap sell site on Facebook.
Everyone wants bombers.
Like they released the bomber stats and prices, and I reckon that week everyone's like, "Who wants to trade me a bomber? I want to buy a cheap bomber.
I want a bomber.
And no one was trading. It was hilarious.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. Now, did anybody notice the new card that came out? My favorite card ever, Pattern Analyzer.
That one. Oh.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Loving it.
Yep.
There's room on any bomber list to use that too.
Yeah.
It's just going to be fantastic. It's just going to be fantastic.
Especially with that stop maneuver and then just dropping the proxies with the stop again, being able to do that again. Like that was one of the trademarks of the bombers, being able to do that.
Oh,
Yep.
We've
Did
lost-
lose you?
we lost me.
Nope, I'm here.
Oh, you're there? Oh, sorry, we didn't hear you for a minute there.
Yep.
Lost you for a minute. Yeah, so that ability to use pattern analyzer and just drop a proxy out the back. Well, back in the day, cluster mines, and still proxy. Maybe even dropping the Continent still isn't too bad. With that reach, you can really block off the laneway for someone. So yeah, that ability at a stop is still going to be pretty sweet.
It's going to be great. Like I say, bombers are back. Which is just for me. I used to be such but it's kind of funny. I used to be such a K-wing guy, and then the bombers came out and they just spoke to me. But it's like when we look at the movie itself, I mean, let's face it, the bombers were the biggest joke ever by any faction.
Watched too many World War II movies, I think, with that bombing run and everything.
Well, I think a B-26 went faster than
They take more shots too.
Yeah.
You can see the Germans.
It only happened because another ship crashed into one. Then they all went down. That was the problem.
I think you could
I
blow.
don't think any ships actually got hits on them. It was more a case they just were too close and
I
one
think a
ship
gust
landed.
of wind can destroy these things.
Probably.
Well, I wouldn't go that far there, Mars. They do have 12 health.
Compared to like the old B-17s, they used to take a pounding back in World War II. You can basically lose a wing and they can still fly. But these ones, you basically touch them and they become Yamcha and just bang, off they go. Just blow up.
Well, yeah, and that's because somebody decided that the movie had to be exciting in the beginning.
Yeah, fair enough.
I really can't see anybody designing a ship that brittle, that fragile in the Star Wars universe. I think that was done simply because, hey, we got to have some really big explosions at the beginning of this movie to set it up. What do we do? Well, let's blow up an entire wing of ships. And you have to admit, it was spectacular when they exploded.
Yeah.
It was a pretty fun opening scene, really.
But I think FFG was like, no, there's something here. the only new bomber we're ever going to see, when you guys really think about it, there's only two that are going to come out, and that's going to be, for the Republic, and it's going to be for the Separatists. And we're never going to see new bombers again.
Well, the Republic are going to get basically an armored Y-wing, aren't they? That's the only bomber they had, wasn't it? So
Right. They're going to get, but it's going to be the old style bomber. It's going to be what the Y-wing originally looked like.
Yeah.
And it's going to be slower than the one that we have now, which, let's face it, is not exactly a speed demon.
What did the Separatists have as like a bomber? Did they have like a?
They had.
I don't remember seeing.
They had the droid bomber.
It was a vulture. It was a vulture droid that was a bomber.
Yeah.
And
It looked like a TIE bomber. It had its separate capsule on the side, but it was a vulture droid instead.
Oh, okay, yeah. What was that?
Yeah.
I don't remember seeing it.
It's
in Clone Wars?
Clone Wars. It was definitely Clone Wars. Yeah.
Yep.
That gives you
So-
a reason to rewatch it.
Well, yeah. And let's face it. Every guy that plays X-wing is going to be like looking at anywhere that they can get content now, which is going to be, we're going to have to go watch Rebels again, and now we're going to have to watch Resistance. Oh my word,
Yeah,
we're going to have
be watching Resistance though.
I've watched a few episodes and I'm having a hard time getting vested in it.
Yeah, same here. I've watched a couple episodes. I can't touch it. Like I watched the bit with the Red Interceptor pilot, and I'm like, oh, that looks nice, and that was it for me. I was done.
Do you think is it the storytelling or is it the animation or
I think a little bit of both.
a bit of both? 'Cause
I'm not
really
opposed
puts
to
me
the
I haven't
animation.
watched it yet.
What was that, right?
I'm not opposed to the animation style because it's Disney. Let's face it, it's Disney. It's going to be flawless.
Yeah.
However, I think it's the writing. I think, and the reason that it's the writing is I really think that they are targeting a younger generation for that series, and we as adults are just not into that storyline, because even a good animation would throw in a bone to an adult occasionally.
Yeah.
Like Voltron.
And
That was great.
yes, but they're not throwing in that zinger that only a parent would get.
Yeah.
And that's what it's missing from that show is I think that it's truly a younger show.
Yeah.
It never occurred to me. Like even Rebels had those.
Yeah, Rebels had those moments. Clone Wars had those moments where adults could watch it, but
Yeah.
no, you okay. Oh, maybe I'll download Resistance for my son to watch just to keep him interested in Star Wars.
Yeah. Now, Robert, have you actually checked the app and saw the Wave 2 battle, the thematic battle? We just checked it this evening, and it's the battle of Dakar. So basically, that will be the Wave 2 deluxe kit. That will be the second thematic battle. So you'll get your Resistance bombers in that Wave 2 kit tournament. So we just we're just playing around with Battle of Yavin because we'll probably do that in around January or so. I think if we're just loading it up now, and we'll just see because you can actually check evacuation of Dakar. That's what it is. So let's have a look.
When are you guys going to try Heroes of the Aturi cluster?
I want to. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
All right, you guys tee it up and I'll stream it.
Yeah.
It should be. I was like, oh, what a stupid idea for a game, and then I played it, and it's fantastic.
There's nothing there.
No.
I just wanted to make
Yeah,
sure.
I've thought about getting into it, but I don't know. I just never did, mainly because no one ever put it on as a tournament, and I was back when I was a hardcore tournament player.
Yeah, well,
Now I'm starting to get out Thursday nights.
now that I'm not a hardcore tournament player anymore due to health concerns, Hot AC or HOTAC or Heroes of the Turi cluster has become a very good option for me to be competitive against the evil empire, because if you lose, you actually
evil
lose
about it.
things that takes you a while to get back to. It's a cooperative game, which is really cool. And Patrick and I have a tendency to play that at least once a week. And then the other thing we're doing next week, Wednesday, is Patrick and I are going to be playing an epic battle via 2.0 rules, gentlemen.
Ooh,
Hey.
nice.
What are you using for epic ship? Because it's not an epic game unless it's an epic ship.
And the best part about it is we're going to be playing it using the Tabletop Simulator program.
Oh, really?
Yes. So Wednesday, which is your Tuesday 3 weeks ago somehow.
Minus one out of you.
Yeah, minus 16, add the phase of the moon. So it'll be December 1st, 1934 for you guys that will be playing this game.
Yeah, cool.
Anyhow, we're going to play it on the Tabletop Simulator. So it should be interesting. You should take a look at X Wing Recon Specialist next week for that, because I have not seen anything on the internet, anybody trying it out yet.
Oh wow,
Cool.
that looks interesting.
I've
Yeah.
I've just loaded up the evacuate the car on the app here. So
Did you get it?
Yeah,
I want to see it.
Yep, loaded that up.
So it's
I'll
on-
do a screen share so that way you can see it too. Let's see.
Yeah, because I suck at using the phone and talking on the computer at the same time. Lord help me, I'm just not that bright.
Cool, you should be able to see it on your end now.
Oh, hey, that's pretty.
We're looking at it. Cool. We should have done this earlier. Yes, let's go straight to resistance because that's what we love.
Yeah, it's only resistance and first order. The other ones have no ships on there, so
Oh, they've got no ships.
no ships on there. So
Okay,
for some reason it brings up everything on it.
Let's have a look. I'll have to log in later. Cool. So we've got 3 ships. So no Falcon.
No
No
Falcon.
Falcon. Falcon was
Did you see the Falcon there? I didn't.
No, it wasn't. You're right.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we've got 3 named guys.
No Ben 10.
Finch, Ed, and Ben.
Oh, Ben 10. There you go.
Where we use this thing? Okay. Cool. So is there anything
Bob-
different in terms of what you
Bob,
put
Ben,
in?
and N go into a bar.
No, there's nothing different.
There's nothing
about Ben.
different.
Nothing different.
But
That,
then,
this
like,
is just all
like the
you
T,
can fly.
yeah, but I presume like you go to the T70.
Oh wow. So you got Tali and the
Yeah.
just those two.
And go to
and-
T70 and oh yeah, you still got the other ones too. That's
Yeah, you
interesting.
just got Poe.
I thought you just give your Poe and that's it.
No, you only got one other one.
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah, you know,
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
no
true.
problem with rookies here.
yeah. So okay. So yeah, very limiting, but yeah, okay.
I'm not quite sure about the upgrades, if they limit the upgrades as well.
I don't think they do.
But the first order,
Sensors. So no, it doesn't look like it.
Nope.
Image.
Looks like we
look,
got
it's
everything.
got
Well, wait.
sensors or trajectory simulator.
Oh, look at that. You don't have pattern analyzer. Oh, wait,
no,
that's sensor. Never mind.
tech,
Pardon me.
tech. Tech. Here we go. Got paint,
Yep,
paint
there it is.
analyzer, yep.
Yeah, so we
Yeah,
we
that's
got
all
it.
advanced
Yeah.
optics. Yep, that's in there. So that's good. Yeah, so we'll get to these guys. So, and then if we go back, let's have a look. What does first order get? Maybe we'll see what we're fighting against.
everything up, and but
A box of rocks. It's what they deserve.
on, so we just get Kylo.
Oh, yeah, everything.
Oh, come on. They
Oh,
got
man,
every
that's
bloody
a bit
thing that there
unfair, isn't
is.
The silence, so you just get Kylo.
Can you honestly say these guys were all there?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I remember long shot there.
Do you remember
Mars was there personally.
Thai SF,
I was
so-
the I was the guy saying you should have launched fighters 5 minutes ago. That was me at the cinema saying, "Yep, I agree with you, mate."
Yeah.
So you were the one that just turned around, bent over at the waist, and took it like a man just before the guy came through the window. Then, right?
I escaped.
Well, how many SFs were there? They are the all
There
SFs.
SFs
Do we
were
have
there.
another name?
Yeah, there were other pilots.
I thought there was other SFs named.
No, there's no other SFs. It's the same
Oh,
old,
okay, cool. I
same
thought-
old ones.
Yep,
It's
we only
just
have that
it's
many.
just a silencer. We get Kylo.
Just
Oh no.
no, you get them all.
Oh, come on.
No, come on. The app is on the phone is different.
Yeah, because we were just checking it
We
out.
just looked at it on the phone,
Let me go back.
and the foes you don't get that many.
Let me have a look.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, no, that went to extended. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
I don't use this thing. Let's do it this way.
Price.
Here we go. Click on that.
Yeah, click next.
Just let me click on the. Why do I gotta click so many buttons? This is not user friendly.
There we go. That looks a bit
Buttons.
better.
Yeah, there we go. It's less
that
now.
was me
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. So, so what we got? So it's Midnight, Scorch, Longshot, Muse, Zeta Squadron, and Epsilon, Cadet. I think those ones called.
Yeah.
Get a look at these things. Yeah.
Same old as that.
Yeah. Okay. I'm a little happier now.
Cool. And expensive Kylo. God, too many things to push. I really wanted to use this thing.
Only when we play the thematic, that's really when you need to bring this thing out
Yeah.
at the moment. Until they decide to actually upgrade
no.
things.
No, because I've seen a couple of lists now that have been using the silencer, and they haven't been using Kylo. They've been using the other pilot that's high numbered.
Talk about the app, sorry.
Yeah. We're talking about the
Yeah.
app, and actually you only really need to use it for thematic at the moment, because like say Yazib or Yazbi, you can either choose extended or hyperspace on there, which it does everything except for the thematic and quick builds. But we found a quick build app builder anyway on another website.
Oh yeah, I didn't bring that up. Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't bring that up earlier when we were talking about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so quick build squadron builder.
Yeah.
So
So
look this one up. So
We used this tonight to build our squadrons up.
Yeah.
So it has all the quick builds on there with all the upgrades.
Really?
All we need to do is
Yeah,
just
it's
print
got a
this.
lot.
All we did is print these
Yeah,
out,
so-
and that's how we went. It has the fret level on there as well.
You can actually change the cards around as well, so you can flip the
Yeah,
units around if you wanted to.
You can make the
Crop the
upgrades.
cards to make them smaller. Use fat build layout.
So like you have Vader. Vader would be the perfect example. So if you bring up, say, Empire,
Go Empire.
yeah, bring up Vader. So
Advanced. X1 or V1?
X.
He's X1, is he?
X, yeah, version,
one?
yeah. So bring just
Darth
normal,
Vader? Oh, yeah.
yeah. Bring up, use normal tarot card.
So I'm going to tick all these.
So as you can tell, it's all
Yeah,
covered
yeah,
up.
it's very
So
fat.
you
So
shoot
use fat
build,
list. There we go.
bang.
Oh yeah, that's
And then-
cool.
And then you can
Yeah, transparent.
Shrink it.
Or to make it transparent.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, you can too. Where's the make upgrades transparent?
there you go.
There you go.
So this
So
will
you
give
still
you,
can't see it, but you can't not see it as bad.
yeah.
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 You can't not see it as bad. Did you actually use that sentence? Really?
Yes, I did.
And that's Ian Englishing well.
Oh, that is me Englishing
Oh,
well.
he did well.
Yes, yes.
He's speaking in
That's
cursive.
impossible. So yeah,
Improbable.
so that's what we used this for tonight for our quick build. Thanks to Wild Space Fringer Josh for finding this one.
Now, what's the website for that?
We'll
On the
put it on the
fly casual page.
yeah, we'll put it on the
Yeah,
fly
put a
page.
link on there because that looks really cool.
There's a guy Jim Bob on FFG forums who put on
Jim Bob.
Jim Bob. I think it's Jim Bob. I'm not 100% certain on the name, but he's the one who created it, and credit to him. He actually went and did all the work. And the Resistance and First Order quick builds are there for the T-70 and A-Wing and FO TIE fighters at the moment. The ones that got the blister pack. So they're the only ones at the moment. There's no quick builds for other ones at the present time, but we're waiting for FFG, I presume, to give us that PDF of the quick builds. So I don't think anyone's really in a hurry to
for the resistance.
for
For
wait
Resistance to First Order,
the
yeah.
First Order.
I thought we already had those.
No,
Oh,
we don't have the PDF, but we got the actual cards in the blister pack, and he's already put them on there on the website there. So that's all been updated. So, yeah. So that was actually what we were doing tonight, and we definitely had
A lot of fun.
a lot of fun. There was definitely a lot of jank, a lot of just stuff you kind of go, why is this on here? And like, you know, ablative painting on an interceptor. Go figure. You just look at it and go, that's weird as. But
who had the
Okay.
who had the proton torpedoes?
Iden.
There was one. Was it Iden?
Iden.
Yeah,
Iden.
I'm gonna bring this back up.
So TIE Fighter, TIE LN.
Yep, TIE LN. Runner. 90s.
What?
Yeah, wait.
No, keep going, keep going.
No, I just want to go back. What was how run?
Keep going.
How run?
Just juking. Okay, shield and hull on Night Beast and Predator. Shield Predator, nothing fun. Stealth device, Swamper, Academy pilots.
2 academies for threat level 2.
Yeah, that's not too bad. 1 for green.
Well, I don't know why they did
One.
that.
Why? You know.
Maybe because
Black Squadron.
Sorry?
See, I have to admit, I enjoyed
true.
doing the threat level cards.
Yeah.
So this is
I,
this is the item versio that came in the actual into the actual book
yeah,
itself.
in that
And
kit.
then you get that one with Proton Torps
And Lone Wolf.
and Lone Wolf, and she's got no target lock, so you need to ship that to cast her a target lock.
Oh, really? So,
Yeah.
Hey, wait. So, how do you get a target? Someone's got to give it one.
You have to.
Yeah.
You have to give. I'm looking at going. How do you got to build something? You got to put a shuttle on there.
God.
With a not even coordinate. You can't even coordinate a target lock.
No, you can't. You need
you
the
get the one that can pass.
you need the shuttle that passes target locks over.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's. This is dumb.
There's so many good quick builds there.
Oh, okay, Lander. Who was?
I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah,
Alright,
no worries, mate. No worries, mate. Let's just bring this page. Sorry, leave it there. Who was the one who passed it? It's
Is
Gender.
it gendered?
Gender, but he needs Krennic on there
Why?
because target lock.
Gender. At the start
Oh,
of
no,
the X
Gender,
Wing stage,
Gender,
you
yeah.
may spend 1 charge. If you do, while a friendly ship acquires a lock this round.
Oh no.
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 Okay.
Oh.
I had to wake
Maybe
the boy
a
for school.
Yeah, that doesn't work. Gender doesn't work.
What's it?
A Reaper.
What's the title though?
The title. After you perform a coordinate action, you may choose an enemy ship at range 0.
Okay, yeah.
No.
Yeah, it doesn't,
No,
that doesn't
they've
work.
changed it. Yeah, you
Yeah,
need
Gender's
you need a
changed.
Krennic on there.
Yeah.
Go to the Reaper instead, I'd say.
Reaper.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there you go.
Director Krennic. Set up before placing forces. Assign the
There you go.
optimized
Yeah, there you
protocol
go.
condition to.
That's how you do
Krennic.
it.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah. Is the other one's got target
What does
lock?
what does optimized protocols do?
It's a bit different this time round. It
I'll have to
basically
go back into Yasby for that one.
because they've changed it. It's not. It gives you a shield, but you've got to have a target. Krennic has to have a target lock on that person, and then the other person can get that ability that you used to have.
Director Krennic.
Yeah. So there you go.
Adds target lock. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So,
So-
set up before placing forces. Assign the optimized protocol.
So the optimized prototype is when you
Prototype, yes.
perform a primary attack against a ship locked by a friendly with Director Krennic.
Director
An
Krennic. Yep.
upgrade. You may spend a hit, a crit, a or a focus
Yeah, but you
result.
still don't get the target lock. Again, the TIE fighter is not getting the target lock. How does the TIE fighter get the target lock? It doesn't
With-
get it through Krennic. Krennic adds target lock
Yeah.
to the
Ship is
ship
on.
that it's on. Doesn't add it to the other one.
No, it doesn't.
So that doesn't work either.
So
So how
quick
the
build
heck
is
do you give
pointless.
this TIE fighter a target lock? Maybe a bomber? Maybe...
No.
Oh yes, the bomber that lets you use your target locks at a
Oh,
time.
someone else's.
Yeah, who's that? Who's that? Is he a bomber or is he a...
Oh, I can't remember, to be honest.
Jonas? No. Thomas Bren. After
Is it Reimer?
Rhymer?
Reimer, while you perform a missile, you may increase. No.
No.
Deathfire, after destroyed. No. So
No.
it's not. That must be a.
Maybe a
What's
Punisher.
the Punisher? Punisher.
No, it's not Punisher.
Punisher,
Yeah,
Punisher,
Red Line,
Punisher.
you
No,
can-
it's not.
No, it's not that.
It's not Red Line or Deathman.
Okay, it's not them. Oh, this
There
is
is
the problem.
someone.
Huh? Who lets you do that? Who lets you treat the target like as your own? Is it an aggressor? Phantom? No.
I actually think it's a
I think it's more of a rebel
Striker?
it's a
ship.
rebel thing, isn't it?
It's a rebel thing?
It's not a
So how
striker.
does he get them off?
I
How
don't
does he
know.
get that off?
Viewers at home, if you have an answer, please comment comments below. Maybe it's one of the Reapers. Maybe no, I'm not quite sure.
There'll be some obscure quick build thing or something.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't
there's
know.
something.
There's got to be something.
Yeah, something must have something. And
Or it's FFG's one mistake.
Bring up
Yeah,
the
could be.
bring up the shuttle again. Maybe I think
do we read it wrong? Something maybe that's quite possible.
no the
Oh yeah, wait, it's not an alpha class, is it?
no,
No, the Alpha class is the.
it's a gunboat. No,
Yeah, gunboat wouldn't have
no,
it.
no. Now bring up the quick build on landers.
Landers. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Quick build. Let's go.
Go back
Lander.
for go back for them again.
So, Captain Kagi. So, at the start of the engagement phase, you may choose one or more friendly ships at range 0 to 3. Transfer enemy target locks from chosen ship to you. Nope.
That's not it.
He's got power, collision detector, tractor beam.
No.
No.
Stake.
Nothing.
Nothing will do that.
No.
Jendon, freelance slicer wouldn't do it. Vader wouldn't do it, would it?
No.
No.
Iron cannon, collision detector. Nope. Look at
Size, no.
Astral
No,
coordinate.
size
The
doesn't
ship
work.
performs an action on your action bar. You may perform that action.
No.
No, it doesn't
No.
work. He doesn't have a target
Next.
lock anyway. Sienna Ray is on there.
No.
Sensors,
No. No.
Gonk,
No.
Omega Group
Nothing.
pilot.
No.
Admiral
Nothing.
Sloan.
Nothing.
That's interesting.
How did they get it then? Oh, this is going to send me bonkers now.
Yeah.
Send. You're already there, mate.
Yeah, I'm already there, aren't I?
Well, yeah, really.
Yeah.
Truthfully, yeah.
That is.
I sit here all day playing with plastic spaceships, so yeah, it must be bonkers.
They're not plastic spaceships. They're plastic crack.
Plastic
Get it
crack,
right.
Absolutely. So our 6 viewers on, if you have an answer to this question,
Yeah,
please.
someone could tell us how Iden is meant to fire these proton torpedoes. Yeah, please let us know. 'Cause, yeah,
This is Unless
this is
Let's move on.
let's give her a instinctive aim and then just take it and just give her.
yeah, exactly. Oh no, there's got to be a way somewhere.
Like I thought Tarkin gives target locks out, doesn't he?
Gerard, something with Tarkin in it.
But there's nothing with Tarkin. I thought there was a shuttle with Tarkin on it. Missed the question. All right, so with the quick builds, Iden Versio has a proton torpedo, but of course, TIE fighters don't have the target lock action. So how do we get to fire Iden Versio's proton torpedoes in a quick build game?
Didn't they give her a target lock action?
No, they didn't give it.
Well, it's not on the card.
It's not on the card.
Not on the card.
So
You've got it here. Here's the card. No target lock on that.
no target lock. So we're trying to figure out how you fire proton torpedoes from Iden Versio when she's got no target lock.
I think you just have to assume she has one.
No.
Don't know instinctive aim.
Yeah, give her a instinctive aim and give it a
Yeah,
force.
it's no.
Every force
Oh,
character.
hang on.
Every.
What's that?
Oh, that's the thing.
Yeah,
it is.
All right, it's there.
It's there.
But they
can't
see it.
they put
Where-
Okay, yeah. See, if you've got the card, there's a little target
Yeah.
lock icon. Hang on, I'll have to.
In a different spot.
yeah.
On the Eden card,
On the Eden
Actual
card,
Eden card. There you go.
there is a.
I
target
do not
lock.
see a target lock anywhere on that card.
On the other side.
Um,
On the other side.
just below the upgrade.
Oh,
So yeah, I don't know if you can see it, Rob.
I can't.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Me-
shared screen.
It's
Like
just
share.
it's just on the on
Yeah,
that website.
It's on. If you got the card, if you go onto the FFG website and see the card, I'll see if I can swap.
Yeah, he's got a swap screens.
Don't worry about it. I trust you.
There we go. Stop. Share screen and. Oh, it's under my fingers. There we go. Do you see that?
Oh yeah, right there.
Right there.
Right
yeah.
at the bottom.
Right at the bottom.
Yeah.
There.
But compared to say the quick build
Why would they
ones-
put that there?
No, it's dumb. Stupid.
I was like, hey,
The
we're gonna
answer
put the
was right
actions.
under our
We're gonna
nose.
put the ship's actions over here on the left, and we're gonna put one over on the other side just because we want to mess with people.
Yeah.
Make it transparent. Maybe I wonder if
Yeah,
it's
let's have a look. Okay, transparent. Make up.
We used the clear ink on that one,
Not
guys.
there. Well, it's almost a complete different layout anyway. This isn't even like an official FFG layout, so the guy's made this himself. He's done a fantastic job.
Yeah, it's a really good.
It looks like it's a good app.
Yeah.
It really does.
Really good art.
Yeah. All I did
You know,
was just print them
it's
out.
amazing if you put time, thought, and effort into producing an app, and you work hard and you do your testing on it, and you make sure that it's done right, and then you release it. It's amazing how well those things work.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's unbelievable. Yeah. And this,
All I want for Christmas is an app that works.
Yeah.
keep dreaming.
Yeah, no doubt.
Keep dreaming. I don't.
So you
see-
guys got big doings coming up in January, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
We've got what have we got? Marta tournament.
Marta
Regionals?
Regionals. So Marta Victorian Regionals, the only one in Victoria we'll be having here on the 12th of January. So So that will be Armadaing up next week, and hopefully we'll get that happening big time. But apart
You
from
will
that,
be streaming that, correct?
absolutely.
Oh yeah, we're streaming that one.
Yeah, and if we're having casual games of Armada on Saturday as well, so
Are we streaming that?
we'll stream on Saturday some Armada games as well.
Yeah.
Then hopefully after that we'll get into the Battle of Yavin and X Wing as well. So
Yeah.
get the other kit running and hopefully get some tournaments happening for X Wing because we finished the league and the guys are probably itching for an actual day tournament.
Yeah, just hard coming into Christmas.
Yeah, yeah. So
The
definitely.
worst time of the year.
So definitely after Christmas, after Armada Regionals in January, we'll definitely start running some X Wing as well.
And you guys are going to be on next week again, correct?
Yep, definitely. We're not going to stop, I presume.
I won't be
X-Wing
here.
doesn't sleep.
I won't be here, but I'll make sure the stuff's all set up, ready to go. So yeah, you guys know what you're doing.
Yeah,
so.
I'll be here. I'll run the
Okay.
show, so.
That's good. That's very good.
I'll be up to the
Without
outdoors
you
while
there,
I'm
do you realize that?
Don't worry, Trash
Wait.
runs most of the stream
Yeah,
now.
Trash was running it tonight, so you know.
he runs. He gets in here at 6:30. I'm like,
Yeah, he runs it
we're
now.
going live. Oh,
Yeah.
that must be Trash.
Yeah.
I'm usually at home going, oh, we're going live. It's Trash.
Yeah.
See, this is why I like being me, because it's just like I just show up and I talk and then I get off and I'm all done. As long as my laptop works now, everything is great.
Yeah.
That's all I ever worry about.
It's good to see you, Robert, though. After what happened last couple of weeks, it's good to see you on the screen and happy and smiling about your Bombers. And wishing you all the best. And it's good to see you, mate.
Well, thanks, guys. It was a little touch and go there for a little bit. I won't kid you. It was getting kind of close there.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, and it's like I say, it's good to be upright.
Absolutely.
And functional, at least, sort of functional anyhow. It was a good Christmas present this year.
Of course.
So
Nice bomb. Have you got your Wave 2 conversion kits yet, or?
no, I'm not doing too much in terms of like getting out of the house too much or too far or anything right now. I'm just pretty much in recovery mode.
Okay.
So it's baby steps. A friend of mine is going up to the game store today, and he's asked if I want the conversion kits, and I'm thinking, well, they kind of take some of the fun out of going to get it, and the new ship smell, when you freshly open it. But I'm also thinking, though, he can bring it here to my house and I'll crack that sucker open and get the new ship smell right here too. So I think today I'm going to get my ships, and then I'm going to be a lot happier camper.
Awesome. Well, I hope you're all the best, mate, and hope you get up on your feet and hope you get your Bombers, and I'll hopefully see you on the board playing those Bombers, and happy as Larry with those.
Oh, I will. It just takes time to recover. That's all. And I'll be just as cranky as I used to be.
Not too much.
Right now I'm enjoying life because I have it. But that'll wear off, and I'll be back to being crusty and mean.
Just to let you know, we've actually got a short supply of Wave 2, and it ran out basically on the day. So. Ian and I we basically sacrificed our share of Wave 2.
Resistance.
And Trash doesn't have Wave 2 resistance, so we have none
So
of it.
you've got the bomber.
So
I've got the bombers.
You're just waiting for the upgrade cards.
Yeah. So we got cut short here in the outer rim, and we're waiting for our next shipment of Wave 2.
I can't believe that Australia being shortchanged.
Yeah.
Wow.
No,
We had such a good run.
I know.
Such a good run for like 2 months.
It's like I'm gonna have to make a phone call for you guys again or something.
Can you add the Armada stuff in there too? Because we're getting shortchanged about Armada stuff too.
Okay, do you want Wave 2 or Armada?
Armada.
Wave 2.
I'll take it, whatever.
Okay. So I got one. So I got one saying yes. I got one saying no, and I got one saying. I got one.
Yeah, you think when you got 3 people to ask the question, you think there'd be, It'd be revolting.
At least
I'm
there'd be a
happy with that.
majority with 3. No, I got one who abstains.
I want some Architects, for Christ's sake. But then, well, it's not going to happen.
I'll happen if you're willing to pay like a few $100s for one.
Yeah, I've seen. If you've seen the prices on eBay for certain ships, you'll laugh how much they are going at the moment. It's like an actual fighter pack was about $200, $300 just for a pack. Well, Australian, I'm talking about here. When we can get it for like say $30 or $40 here.
Look, don't ever get that desperate where you're thinking of spending $200 for a ship. Call me, I'll send you one.
No, I'm not that. I'm not that kind of person. I live in the outer rim. I keep my money smart. So
Yeah. You suffer with pride. We
That's
understand. No, there's, it's. I've heard that. Bombers are the thing. Everybody's trying to buy bombers right now, and it's no different than when Expertise came out. Everybody was going after that ship, and then everybody wanted the K-wings. It's always going to come. It's always going to go. There's always going to be ups and downs in the miniature market. It always cracks me up is especially right now, we're going to pay $20 for a ship, or we're going to pay $50 for the ship on the secondary market. But no matter when we sell it, we're always going to sell it for half of what we bought it for. Yeah. They're never worth more. It's not like, I've got the complete set that's worth extra money. Nope, that's exactly worth half of what you paid for it. So I do like the fact though that now with FFG charging more for the ships, so instead of charging, $750 a ship or a copy, basically on the average when you're selling out your kits, now you can sell it for $10 because, the prices are higher now.
Yeah. We get the double that plus a little bit more type scenario.
Yeah. Either way, if I really wanted to make good money, I would just send my kit down to you guys and have you guys sell it for that Australian money so I could make more.
Yeah, look at that.
By the way, you guys, somebody needs to send me like an Australian dollar. Or do you guys have like paper dollars?
No.
Long
time ago.
But a long time ago.
Long time
like
ago.
Coin dollars.
Coinage.
It's all coins now.
It's all so you're kind of like Canada in that respect.
Yeah.
$5 is our first note.
Okay.
That's our $2. Here we go.
That's green.
Yeah, that's our $2 there.
These are the ones you want.
coin.
These are the rare $5 notes. You don't get too many of these ones. These are the first batch.
These are the
Oh my God! It looks like a Canadian dollar, dude. That is so Canadian.
That's our $10. $10.
Oh my word! Yeah. Okay, so I gotta send you guys some like $10 American, and you guys gotta send me 2 $5 bills, so I can get.
Actually, you get three, wouldn't you?
Well, no, I want to give one to my daughter and one to my son, so that they can have a couple Australian, bills.
Oh, a mate of mine works at Mint. I'll see if I can get him. I'll see if we
You should
get
see
some fresh off the press.
You should see our new ones. They're even wackier.
Oh yeah. Do you have any new notes?
There's a full
Do you
clear.
have any new notes, Terry? Yeah.
Wait for this.
Wait do you see these new notes?
You think these ones are wacky? These are even worse.
Yeah, here we go.
Here's a new $5 now.
There we go. That's our new $5 notes.
So look at that. Look,
Yeah, with that clear screen in the middle.
Okay, you guys are getting your notes evidently printed in literally Canada because that looks like a Canadian bill.
No, the Canadians are actually printed here.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
Oh, really?
Canadian dollars are printed here in Melbourne, yeah. Because the company that makes our notes, No Printing Australia, a mate of ours works there. And they ship money all around the world.
Holy crow! I did not know that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they could be
because
making Canadian ones.
it's plastic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, plastic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. It's the same. It's the same notes that are in Canada for us. So I mean, we see those all the time. But I'd like to get a couple of Australian ones. See, look at it. It'll be a nice even trade.
Where's the colour?
Oh, that's so boring.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. If I figure that my kids would like that. So, all right.
Is that a dingo on the? Yeah, it's a dingo on our $5 dues.
$5 dues. Yeah.
So,
I think it's getting time to call it there. I don't think we've got much else to go over, have we?
No, I was
Oh, we're
going
going to talk law, were we?
to talk about law, but I think it's a
A bit long.
bit long.
Bit long.
I was
Bit long,
gonna-
a bit late. We can do that another day.
do another day. I'll talk about law
We'll
about
go over law.
of the fortress another day. So,
Yeah.
but
Hopefully
hey,
we'll explain
that's always
that
going to be
concept.
Wednesday. Do that for your post-Christmas special.
yep, I definitely will. Seeing as I've got the stream to myself.
Yeah. Yeah, true. I won't be
Yeah.
here.
Oh, no, you
Yeah,
won't.
guys-
No, you
guys
won't.
can do whatever you want. Yeah,
I'll,
so-
I'll
I'm
come.
looking
I'll
forward
come on with you. I'll be your disembodied
Oh,
voice
yes,
in
yes,
your ear.
Absolutely. You'll be the third wheel. Excellent. I love it.
Oh yeah.
Huguenin has this app you can stick on your computers that that you lets you control other computers. So I think I might have to install that this weekend, maybe. So yeah, just in case these guys just
I have taken over your computer.
stuff up all my stuff here.
Outstanding.
Oh,
All right.
yeah. So I think that's probably all we got.
That's
I
it.
know.
Yeah, I think that's
Anything
it.
else? So
Ian, any?
I just want to say Happy Life Day to everybody. Happy Life Day.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year for those that we don't see
Yeah.
next week. We'll be on Saturday probably for some Armada, but we probably won't be doing a Talk to Casual till after Christmas. So
Yeah, the next one.
peace, love, hugs, and all that shenanigans for Christmas. For stay safe and all that jazz.
Awesome. I just want to give a massive shout out to the Hell of a Pilot guys.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
They did their final show and it was about 2 hours long.
I haven't listened to it yet.
So yeah,
I haven't gotten to it yet.
so,
I'll probably listen to it tomorrow.
so yeah, listen to them. Definitely give them their thoughts and prayers for their great work they've done to the X Wing community, and they've basically said, "Hey guys, let's stop the infighting. There's so much infighting with X Wing at the moment. Let's keep it happy. Let's keep this game fun." So I think that's probably the best thing that came out of those guys is what X Wing was about. It was about a casual, fun game that we got together and played. So well done, guys, with your show. Sad you have to go, but totally understand. It is hard to get together to record every week or every year. So getting people together to record, totally
Yeah,
understand.
we're just lucky we can do it here in the shop.
Yeah, so we do it live. So, so Merry Saltmas to everyone. Merry Saltmas, Happy Hanukkah, Crazy Kwanzaa, a tip-top tip, and a solemn, dignified Ramadan. Now for a word from our God, our sponsor. Terry, come on in.
Do you have anything you have to add, Rob? Anything you'd like to say?
No, just Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. And I hope you guys get everything you want for Christmas, because you certainly deserve it, except for Mars. And love you guys. I'm so glad that we've been able to maintain a friendship and to get into each other's heads every once in a while. And it's you guys have been a blessing to me over here in the States, and I just really enjoy everything that you guys are doing.
Thanks, Robert.
Cheers, mate.
Right back at you. We really appreciate your live loving of our show and making the effort to get up each morning just to be with us. And I highly applaud you for that effort, mate. And we truly send the love back to you, mate.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, especially when you get off of OCX and it's 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah, absolutely. So,
Yeah, they need to change their recording schedule.
Terry, any words for the viewers out there?
Peace, love, and anarchy.
Of course.
Correct.
Peace, love, and anarchy. Yeah.
And drop the cat and grab the gun, right?
Cool. Thank you. No worries.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining in this evening. I hope you enjoyed the jank build. That was a quick build. On Saturday, we'll have our Armada shenanigans. We're not quite sure if we'll be doing casual games or a casual tournament. but we'll definitely be streaming some games of Armada then. And then we'll be back next week with some Armada stuff and probably some X-Wing stuff as well, depending on the stream and how we go on there. So thank you so much for joining us this year. We've still got plenty of stuff to do this year. We're so close to 2,500 subscribers, so tell your friends, tell your mates, get them on board. Let's hit 3,000 and hit that, subscribe and hit the bell icon so we know when we go live. And always remember, like, subscribe, like us on Facebook, and fly casual under the sea.